Visitors heading to the Denver Botanic Gardens won't find a huge display of tulips in the annual's garden this spring. The garden typically has more than 16,000 tulips and bulbs.
Joining us now is Erin Bird from the Denver Botanic Gardens. Good morning.
Good morning.
Wish we were here with better news. But okay, so this popular spring display not going to come back until 2029. Why? What happened?
It has a common tulip blight. It's a fungal blight that is pretty common in tulips, and then once there is an infected bulb or a few, then it quickly spreads in the soil.
To all the bulbs and the soil for many years.
Yes, but just for tulips. So in those same beds, we had hyacinths and daffodils, and they were unaffected. So we tested the soil 2 years ago, and then were able to diagnose that that was the issue.
Wild. Is this common?
It is pretty common. Well, it's the most common blight for tulips.
Okay.
The common name is tulip fire blight. And so we did check with Peer Public Gardens and some growers and nurseries, and they said, yeah, unfortunately, it's pretty common.
Jeez.
That's such a bummer.
So this blight, it doesn't impact the other bulbs that are in that area?
No, it's just the tulips. So after we mitigated the fungal blight, then we refresh the soil, and then for the next couple of years, we're going to have a variety of beautiful daffodils and hyacinths and fritillarias. And then we will reintroduce the tulips.
Still going to be gorgeous there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on.
Always is.
Colorful,
for sure. Yes.
It's going to smell great. It's just, I know the tulips are kind of like a mainstay there, and it'll be different.
Yeah, and we do have tulips in other parts of the gardens, and there's a large display out in front that you don't even have to pay admission to see. It's just not that one massive display.
Has this ever happened before?
Not for us.
Okay.
No. Yeah. First for everything.
I always love how much you guys are able to teach other gardeners about things. Is this a learning experience for them?
Definitely, yeah. We've had a lot of questions on Instagram and just from public coming in and saying, should I be worried about my tulips?
Totally.
And so the simple answer for that is that if you have tulips in your home garden and they look healthy, they're going strong, then it's probably fine. It's just we have so many of them, and so we learned like in mass is when the difficulty comes, because then it just spreads so quickly.
What does it look like when it has this?
The plants, so in 2024, we noticed that the tulip plants were not growing as tall. They just weren't looking as healthy. And then last year, some plants didn't even come up, or the flowers were just kind of like, meh. And so then we're like, okay, there's definitely something up. So that's when we tested the soil and determined that it was that blight.
Oh, okay. On a positive note, let's talk about this annual plant sale on Mother's Day. This is a big deal for you guys.
Yes, our annual plant sale takes place Mother's Day every year. So this year it's May 8th and 9th. And it features so many plants you can get, especially now as we're looking at water restrictions and drought. So many native plants and drought-tolerant plants that you can add to your garden, and including fruits and veggies, annuals, aquatic plants even, succulents.
Okay. See, you were just talking about this.
Say,
there you go.
I wanted to start a garden this year because I found a tiered garden bed buried in my backyard,
cool.
and I'm like, maybe this isn't the year to do it because of the drought. But
Oh, yeah.
It is apparently. You could.
Well,
you
yeah,
could
you
do it.
still need to dedicate some water to get those hardy plants established, but then once they are in like year 2, then they're pretty self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Do you have people there on staff that you can ask questions like
Yeah.
it's full sunlight in my backyard and whatever, you know, because it's very specific.
Yes, so that is one of the big perks of our plant sale is you have the expert horticulturist on hand to get tips and tricks for what plants might work for your specific yard due to your soil and how much light you get, shade, things like that.
Okay.
Perfect.
There
All
you
right.
go.
I might take you guys up on
You can
that.
do it.
Yeah,
You
come
can do it.
on
I
by.
believe in you.
I think I'm gonna have something this year. Erin, thanks so much for coming.
You're welcome.
you.
Thank you.